finish up maybe with one, just because we're coming to the end of the show, just maybe one client story. I think that would be really, really good, just so that people can hold on to.
Yeah, we could talk about Niklas. He doesn't have any problem with me sharing about Niklas.
Okay.
A young man, he was 27 when he came to me in 2019, and he's been addicted since he was 5 years of age. And he remembers starting wars with his dad and then throwing temper tantrums so that his dad would go to the store and buy him sweets. So he manipulated the surrounding already at 5 years of age, to get his drug. And he had severe weight problem. He was diagnosed with high blood pressure at the age of 12.
Yes.
And he could not go to a regular scale. So he had to go to a special station where they weigh trucks in order to weigh himself. He was really, really overweight. The normal weight at the doctor's office wasn't enough. And he was filled of shame and anger at everything. And he didn't understand what was going on. And his parents took him to the child psychiatry, and they put all kinds of letter diagnosis and all kinds of bipolar and depression and everything on him as a kid, but he never got a full-scale diagnosis. And the doctor always told him, eat less and move more. But how do you move a body that every cell is swollen and in pain, with the wrong fuel in your engine, so you don't have any energy? So of course, he went home and ate, junk and watched the screen. He didn't have any energy, and nobody understood that. And then he went to the gym, and he couldn't, of course, he decided to starve himself and go to the gym, and he knew nothing about food. And one of the PTs at the gym said one day that the way, boys, to be really big is to increase insulin. So of course they started to eating all the foods, and you know what those foods are, to increase insulin. At the age of 22, he had tried alcohol, cannabis, opioids, benzodiazepines, and steroids. And thank God he got very sick from all of them. So he tried one at a time and sometimes several. And then he got sent to a treatment center where they at least taught him to not take the alcohol and psychoactive other substances like cannabis and all that. So he quit that. But nobody taught him about addiction. And he was, sniffing, the nicotine sniff. So he had that left, but he came back home and he gained even much more weight, because now he didn't have those other drugs and he was too tired to go to the gym. So he weighed 180 kilos when he called me desperately one day and said, could you please help me? And this was in April 2019. And do we have time to share a picture of him? Because I know he loves to share. So I'm going to show you quickly a picture of him. I need to turn this down. A second.
No problem.
There we go. And we're going to go here, and we're going to go here, Niklas.
Yeah, for those listening out there, while we get the photo app, is that there is hope. And I think when we do end the show, the reason I'm so excited about this model is that many people have got shame. They don't have the willpower. They don't have the means. They keep on failing. They just self-worth just decreases. So, I think it's really, really important that as we grow and learn, and those that are listening and those that are watching on YouTube, looking at Niklas, here the photo is up, but you might be saying to yourself, I've tried everything, but that's where the assessment comes in to see where you're at, and a tailored approach. People are trying to do behavioral modification, but they're not really assessing where you're at. And I think that's the point that is crucial. And make no mistake, if you're a harmful user, you've still got neuropeptides and neurochemicals that are being, and neurotransmitters that are being affected. So, but it's different when you
and your microbiome,
your microbiome. So there are levels, and that's why you've got to tailor the approach to where you are on that continuum.
Absolutely. This was Niklas when I met him in 2019. The only life he had was to sit in his room and eat crisps, play with his puppy and his computer. And he had no social life, no training, no school, no work, no nothing. And only did see the blinds are down, filled with shame and not understanding what is going. So we started working, and he was a tough case because he wasn't, the one saying, okay, I surrender and do everything you said. He said a lot of why. And I said, quit asking why. Do you want to be happy? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to be healthy?
Yeah.
And he said, yes. Okay, do as I tell you.
Yeah.
But we love each other today. He's a wonderful, wonderful young man. So anyway, he lost a tremendous amount of weight. But not only that, it's important to talk to that Niklas went back to school. Niklas has a job today. He's an alcohol and drug addiction counselor assistant. He works with young men with this problem. His puppy is trained. I met him. It's a lovely puppy. He has his own apartment. He has a girlfriend. And you know what? He's learned to cook.
Wow.
He hadn't even boiled an egg when I met him.
Yeah.
He's very healthy and goes for long walks in the forest. He's forest bathing. He goes to the 12-step program and he shares and he takes support. And he's a lot of fun.
Wow. Well
So
done.
he still calls me now and then. So he lost a tremendous amount of weight, and and he wants to become he wants to do training with me and help others with the same problem. And his curve was miserable.
It does seem like there are more, and maybe this is a genetic sort of change, but it does seem like there are more addicts. I've been practiced 25 years now. There are more addicts that are sort of part of the population. Do you see that increasing?
Yeah, and I thought a lot about it. I think, first of all, I think it is more addicts because we have more addictive substances. Like sugar is the most dangerous addictive substance, the processed food, and it's pushed through the food industry. The marketing is more aggressive, and I think it's more accessible. It's a legal drug. I think people get it too early, so the brain isn't developed yet. So that's why, when you become addicted, you become severely addicted. So I think that addiction has really, really increased in the last years. I think about Patrick Holford. You know him, Food for the Brain? Yeah. He talked about, he made some comparison of numbers, and he said in England in 2000, I don't remember exactly which year, but anyway, there were 25 million sugar addicts, but only, half a million heroin addicts. If you look at those two numbers, what do you see in the press? A lot about cocaine and heroin, and not a lot about sugar.
Yeah. It's big food, unfortunately, that is controlling a lot of the marketing and the profits there. But you want to declare favor and blessing over you, Bitten. You've got an incredible calling. You've got high energy. You've just absolute purpose, and just look forward to connecting with you and going through this assessment myself. But we need more people looking at root causes, and I think this is a big root cause that has been missed. And there's a lot of shame and a lot of people that are walking around saying, I don't have the willpower, I don't have the personality, I'm too weak, I'm too feeble. And it's causing a lot of damage. So, for you guys listening out there, there's a lot of hope with Bitten, and we're going to put the links in the show notes and that. And you want to share this with your friends and family, because I do think it's crucially important. And I think, addicted to sex or addicted to porn or addicted to food, a lot of people are really struggling now. And I think the brain has become more sensitive to becoming addicted because of all those factors and variables. So thank you so much, Bitten. Just wish you well. And I know we're going to connect offline now.
Thank you very much for having me on, and good luck with the future. And if anyone wants to email me, please do so. I'll guide you.